Alright, the gator is spotted. Can we finish him off? Alright, Salvo's outbound. Let's see what happens. Can we kill him? Yes, we can. Hello guys, KaiZerZan here, back with another video. In today's video, I've got something interesting for you. Complete annihilation of a carrier's squadrons, and I'm in the USS Dallas for that. We're on the map crash zone, and it's a domination game mode. Alright, I'm in a division with the Leone, and let's quickly take a look what we're up against. Bavoy, Fubuki, Gator, Devonshire, Algerie, Helena, Nevada, Dunkirk, and of course the Serov. We've got a Ryujo on our team. So yeah, the Serov is a very formidable carrier to face, Russian tier 5 carrier, and yeah, gotta be careful for that one. Alright. So first things first here, we make sure that our random teammate on this flank is at least with us, and he picked up his controller, which is already a good start. And he seems to be kiting the same direction that I'm going to be going. And before we go any further, let's quickly take a look at the commander that we're using. Is Norman Scott, inspired by Francesco Mimbelli and Nikolai von Essen, to make the guns reload quicker and get the AP to slap a little harder. Also for the modules that I'm running is aiming systems mod 1 and of course propulsion. And that's all the mods that we have at tier 5. Alright, so here we have the northern spawn just north of Charlie, and we already see the carrier's planes coming our way, and unfortunately our carrier is AFK for the time being, and he hasn't sent up a squadron yet, which is very unfortunate for us. But it seems like that nowadays the blue team always has the carrier that's AFK or something, and then the enemy team has got one of the best carrier players you've ever seen. It would seem that way nowadays with the matchmaking, that there's a lot of AFK players, and unfortunately they're usually in a destroyer or in an aircraft carrier. Very influential classes to play, and then they're AFK. So yeah, it's unfortunately sometimes what you got to do. But if you look on the minimap now, he finally launched the squadron, so looks like he picked up his controller, and now we are ready to rock and roll on this flank. We could definitely use some spotting. We see smoke over there just south of Charlie, so we know there's a destroyer there, and we see the division on the enemy team that might come this way. So we got to be pretty careful. Alright, we do see a Nevada there, so we got to be very careful here. The Nevada can absolutely one-shot us if we're not careful. Luckily, we should not be spotted here for too long, I don't think. Alright, so there's a destroyer. Our friendly destroyer, my division mate, is in the Charlie cap. Going in there, we see a friendly enemy destroyer spotted just on the other side of B. Both destroyers spotted, actually. 2 of the 3 destroyers over there. So we know one is turning into Charlie, so the cap should be contested pretty soon here. And I believe I get spotted by that destroyer, yes. Now luckily the Nevada is not looking our way, so we got a few free salvos here. And yeah, today we're going to be showcasing the Dallas, a tier 5 American light cruiser, and definitely a formidable AA platform at tier 5. Something to be considerate of when you're playing a carrier, so be careful for the Dallas. We see an Algerie there, it's also spotted, and I believe there's a Devonshire just behind the, or closer to us than the Nevada. And there's the destroyer that we've been looking for, the Gator. Gator finally show up, and now we can start focusing him down. Alright, so yeah, my division mate in the destroyer popped his smoke screen, so he's definitely trying to hide from the Serov. I don't blame him, as I would also be hiding from the Serov, not gonna lie. Those skip bombers really hurt the destroyer if the commander behind that squadron knows exactly where to hit the ship at, and you got to be careful there. All right, so unfortunately we only get 2 panes there on the Gator, but it's at least something, right? And now we see him. His engine is out, so we take another shot at him. I think another 3 panes there. And hopefully with this salvo we'll be able to do some damage to him. Someone else clips him as well, and then we just finish him off for our first kill of the match. Very, very nice. Now we do see that the enemy carrier is still patrolling Charlie, and we do see a Fubuki there that we want to reverse and take aim at. Seems to be coming this way. Right. Just short of the Fubuki there, and luckily the Seraph flies right past us, and now we can start pummeling his planes, and you guys can see the planes fall down as we have our full AA battery sweet unloading on that Zero. We only shot down one plane there, but there's a lot more to come, I promise you that. If you guys just stick around, you'll see a lot more plane shooting down action here. Alright, so I believe it's time for me to go brawl with this Devonshire, as we saw that the Nevada got torpedoed by my division mate, I believe, which is very good, and now we can just go brawl with the Devonshire. So Devonshire has torpedoes, but he's not aware of our presence quite yet, and he has broadside to us. So we will switch to AP, and I have AP ready when he comes around, when we come around this corner. So AP salvo out, and then let's see what we can get here. Pretty decent triple citadel for just, I think it's 11k there that we got on him. Very, very nice. And that finishes off the Devonshire. Now we switch to HE, but it wasn't necessary. My division mate in the Leone got rid of that Fubuki. Very, very nice. Now I can quickly assist capping here, and I can start shooting down some planes here. As if I will realize that there's a torpedo here that should have slowed down for. But unfortunately, my division mate went down there to the, I believe, the Serov, the skip bombers, and yeah, that's why I was mentioning the power of the Serov there. Able to take more than half the health of a destroyer with one drop. So yeah, you gotta be careful there. But yeah, my division mate didn't have a smoke screen available. He just got out of his smoke screen earlier, so he didn't have one available, and hence Serov got him spotted, and there was not much I could do to save him. Right, so we see an Algeria pushing in here. Very interesting push by this guy. I've got two cruisers behind me, so I don't think this guy completely understands the situation here. But he's at least trying to reset me from capping, which is very, very profitable for him. Those XPs really come in nicely when you get those reset medals, so defend ribbons. Alright, so the carrier is coming in for a torpedo strike. Here I slow full down, and we turn in to avoid his torpedoes. I believe he saw me turning in, so he still dropped his torps on me, and our Ryujo manages to finish off the Algeria there. Very, very nice. And now we can just wait for our AA to do its job and start shooting down all of the planes above us. Now we finally got the cap. There's our fourth plane, and I believe we will be shooting down a few more here currently. As there goes the squadron. So yeah, now we're up, I believe. Let's see, we're up 2 ships, I believe, and we're up 95 points, or close to 90 points there. So we've got a pretty decent lead. There's 1 cap each, and then the Bravo cap is still not capped yet. But hopefully our friendly destroyer that's remaining will be able to push into Bravo and go cap. Alright, so we are plane spotted here, so the Dunkirk knows we're here. I believe if he pays attention to his minimap and his surroundings. So we need to be careful here that we don't become too angled or too open to the Dunkirk. Oof, Serov really hit us hard there. But we did take down 5 of his planes there. Very, very nice. And the Dunkirk finally, I think we're finally within his firing range, so he takes aim at us. And we repaired the fire from the Serov, which wasn't the smartest idea ever, but at least that fire was out. But now we got put back on fire by the Dunkirk shooting HE. And now we got to work on a Helena here. So the enemy team still has their destroyer. We haven't no idea where that destroyer is. So we just got to be careful here that we don't get torpedoed here by a random set of torpedoes. That destroyer could be AFK, but for the time being, we're just going to assume that a destroyer is still playing. If we look at the last known position spotted, he was heading into Alpha on the minimap there. So at least we know the destroyer is not AFK, or he wasn't AFK. He's in his spawn point. He did move around the map. So we know that we should be expecting torpedoes here coming our way pretty soon. I'm requesting fire on the Helena here, as I know the Helena can do some serious damage to me. And we need to be careful here that we don't give broadside to the Dunkirk. As we see, our friendly destroyer manages to dev strike the Dunkirk. Very, very nice there, Fubuki. Thank you very much. And now I can full send. There's no more battleship threats to me, so I don't have to worry about being slapped to pieces by a battleship here. So I can push fully into B now. Unfortunately, I wasn't accelerating in time enough for the cap to be had. But still, we got the Charlie cap, and we got an assisted cap there. All right, we're starting to shoot down some more planes here. We're on 17 already. Very, very nice. And I believe we should be finding this destroyer here somewhere. And he will be showing himself pretty soon here, if I'm not mistaken. So then we also got to worry about the carrier. We presume the carrier is at the very, very southeastern point of the map there on that landmass, beached on that landmass. So that's probably where the enemy carrier is. We'll find out soon enough as we go hunting here for the carrier. And there's a destroyer spotted. And Serov managed to take out our Algerie, which isn't the best situation to be in. But we see the Bouvoi's got 2/3 of his hit points still remaining, so it's a pretty healthy destroyer. Now we have one destroyer and one cruiser heading over there to go and support the other destroyer that's capping Alpha. So I think our mission here is to go hunt down the carrier, because we know that'll come down to finding the carrier, and hopefully we won't have to run after the carrier for 4 minutes or so. Alright, so yeah, that cruiser in Alpha that just capped managed to hit that Bouvois for a pretty decent salvo. Another pretty decent salvo there, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to finish him off. No. Lagosilier manages to finish us off the Bouvois there. Very, very nice. Now that only leaves the enemy carrier here, and I see he's coming in with the torpedo, so I stay bow in. And I could pop my sonar here, but I'm just expecting bow in torpedoes, and I'm just going to eat one on the bow here. There's not a lot of space for me to, squeeze through there. They're very tight grouping. And yeah, we managed to get our front turret incapacitated with a torpedo on the bow. So yeah, now we just gotta wait patiently. We're not gonna repair this one because we're expecting more planes and bombers and skip bombers and HE and fires and everything to come our way. So there's our turret repaired, and now we can push towards where the last known position of the carrier. So we did see him coming not exactly from the southeast point, but that's exactly where his carrier was. So for a few seconds there, I thought he was probably on the exactly in the middle of the southern border, but luckily we didn't have to worry too much about that. So yeah, we should be able to hit that Serov now. As we see him pushing in, there's our clear sky medal, so that's I believe 21 planes we've shot down now. Make that 22. And we still have the ability to fire our guns at the Serov. Just keeping an eye on where the skip bombers are coming from. And a very nice hit there by the Serov. I'll give it to him. He bombed us exactly in that aft part of the ship there. So he did manage to pin us there. I believe that part of the ship was still undamaged, so he did squeeze out some nice damage for himself there. Alright, so I believe we're up to 25 planes shot down now, and here's where the fun starts. We're the closest ship to him and the biggest threat towards him, so we are the primary target, and we are just going to be shooting down planes here left, right, and center until there's none left for the Serov to use. Luckily, our friendly allied ships are managing to chip in here on the Serov, and yeah, that Serov could have killed us with that first drop, but luckily we managed to angle in just in time and only eat a little bit of damage there. So we still have 1,400 hit points, but our AA batteries are still firing at full force. We may have lost one or two AA guns, but we are definitely starting to work on this guy now, and hopefully we'll be able to finish him off here pretty soon. If we could set a fire on him, very nice. We managed to get to that torpedo and sail above it before it got activated, but that brings us to the end of the Serov hunt. Very, very nice. End of the battle here on Crash Zone. Just a little AA platform display here for you guys in the Dallas. Let's quickly see what we managed to pull off here. 72,000 damage, 30 planes shot down, clear sky with 2 kills and 3 citadels for a decent match in the Dallas. Alright, so we managed to pull off 2,783 base XP for 2 kills and a clear sky medal. So not a barn burner of a match, but at least a decent AA platform showcase of what the Dallas AA is capable of. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.